Swift. I kind of like you. I really do. I like you even more that you've announced that you're donating a ton of money to our public schools because they really need the dough, but stop. Just stop. There's plenty about you that's impressive. You write your own songs, you don't dress like a hooker, you're as stunning as a supermodel, you work hard, seem congenial, and have some real talent. But don't get it twisted. Your appointment to global ambassador of our city does not anoint you into authenticity. It just underlines the fact that our beloved New York has eroded into something far more Mall of America than Metropolis, a capital of consumerism where everything's for sale and anything can be bought. Unfortunately, our jaded, tired black hearts aren't for sale. It's nice that you love our city, but it's hubris of the highest order to think that any real New Yorker will buy what you're selling in this capacity. I mean, you've lived here for what, 5 minutes? I have skin tags that are older than you. Many moons ago, I came to New York just as you did, albeit a foot shorter and a lot poorer. Young, green, full of vim and vigor, I was blinking into the neon lights, entranced by the cacophony of sights and sounds, full of determination to lift a metaphorical leg and make my mark. It's even way better for you than it was for me. I mean, you can afford opening ceremony. You can slink into a town car, head out to Roberta's, and chonk right into a pile of designer carbs. Paparazzi none the wiser. You actually own your own home and have an epic career, instead of a couch that you've surfed on for 3 months and the shitty remedial office job you had to take to pay for it. You can throw all the money in the world at us, but calling yourself a New Yorker must be earned. I've lived here for over 17 years, plus an initial stint at college, and I'm still considered an interloper. A $1 zillion West Village tax write-off with views, a garage, elevator, and doorman does not make you a New Yorker. Hanging out in Brooklyn with Lena Dunham does not make you a New Yorker. When we think of New York, we think of Lou Reed. We think of Joan Rivers. We think of Jocelyn Wildenstein. We think of Robert De Niro. We think of Al Sharpton. We think of Lady Gaga. In fact, we think of Lena Dunham. We totally think of Lena Dunham. Like the mafia, there's no easy way in or out. You have to do a lot of time here to earn your stripes. And you have to actually walk the streets. You can't just take it in from the back of a chauffeured Escalade. So, what makes a New Yorker? Trudging through snowstorms and hurricanes to get to work makes you a New Yorker. Fearing Ebola, SARS, MERS, and Michigas while you're actively sneezed on in the subway every day makes you a New Yorker. Deeply inhaling the urine-scented stench of a subway platform in August and sighing, ah, makes you a New Yorker. Catching the mouse that mocks you with a trail of shit on your stove makes you a New Yorker. Knowing you may die and be reincarnated before the next F train shows up makes you a New Yorker. Waiting 2 hours for a doctor's appointment and 6 in an emergency room while you're bleeding out your head makes you a New Yorker. Watching someone actually defecate on the street makes you a New Yorker. Coping with the Darwinian bullshit that is school choice makes you a New Yorker. Schlepping groceries 15 blocks and up 3 flights of stairs makes you a New Yorker. So I have to ask, when was the last time you did any of those things? Everyone knows you aren't a true New Yorker until a perfect stranger checks you into place. Hopefully, this has brought you a step closer. You're welcome. Love and a string of emoticons, Viv.